Good morning, everyone. We are delighted to present the major accomplishment report of the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor for the second semester of 2025 and for the first quarter of 2026. This report encapsulates our commitment to justice and the rule of law, and we're excited to share our achievements with you today. Our goal with this presentation is threefold. First, to highlight the key accomplishments of our office from the second semester of 2025, including the first quarter of 2026. Second, to provide valuable information that addresses common inquiries about our services. And finally, to offer a comprehensive overview of one of the most critical laws in the Philippines. To truly appreciate our role, it's essential to understand the foundation we operate within. The criminal justice system, defined as the community's system for investigating crimes, apprehending suspects, prosecuting them in court, and punishing the guilty. Its core purpose is to uphold the rule of law, maintain peace and order, and ensure justice for all citizens. It functions through 5 interconnected pillars: law enforcement, prosecution, courts, correction, and the community, all working together under the 1987 Constitution to ensure a fair and timely resolution of cases. Among these pillars, prosecution stands as the critical second pillar, often referred to as the gatekeeper of justice. We protect citizens from baseless lawsuits and serve as the crucial link between law enforcement and the courts. Our team of government lawyers investigates crimes, conducts preliminary inquiries to establish prima facie evidence for conviction, and represents the state in criminal trials. Remember, in criminal prosecutions, the state is the real offended party, which is why cases are titled People of the Philippines versus the name of the accused. The importance of the prosecution pillar cannot be overstated. We are vital in ensuring fairness, as prosecutors prevent the innocent from being unfairly charged and prosecuted without sufficient evidence. Upholding justice, as they act on behalf of the public interest to bring perpetrators to justice, ensuring that criminals are held accountable for their actions. Maintaining public trust as a fair and consistent prosecution service strengthens the public's confidence in the entire justice system, and fundamentally, promoting the rule of law by prosecuting all violations of the law regardless of the person's status. The prosecution pillar enforces the principle that no one is above the law. Our actions are guided by a clear vision and mission. Our vision is to achieve a just and peaceful society, firmly anchored in the principles of transparency, accountability, fairness, and truth. Our mission to achieve this vision is the effective, efficient, and equitable administration of justice. The Office of the Provincial Prosecutor operates under the umbrella of the Department of Justice, or DOJ. The DOJ is the government's principal law agency, currently headed by the Justice Secretary Frederick A. Veda. As the prosecutorial arm of the DOJ, we are part of the National Prosecution Service, led by the Prosecutor General Richard Anthony D. Fadolion. Our operations are firmly rooted in law. The primary legal frameworks governing our work include the revised Penal Code, which defines crimes and penalties, the 1987 Philippine Constitution, guaranteeing fundamental rights, Republic Act Number 10071, or the Prosecution Service Act of 2010, which rationalizes our structure and responsibilities, and the rules of court, providing the procedural guidelines for criminal cases. Our primary mandate is clear: to investigate and prosecute all criminal cases involving violations of penal laws. This involves core duties, such as conducting preliminary investigations to determine probable guilt, filing criminal information in court when prima facie evidence exists, representing the people of the Philippines during trials, handling appeals and reviews, and providing legal opinions on various queries related to criminal laws. Now, let's introduce the dedicated individuals who drive these efforts. Our provincial prosecutor, Vito T. Gutustos, leads the team and directly responsible for branches such as the 1st and 2nd Municipal Circuit Trial Court in areas like Carrascal, Cantilan, and Madrid, Carmen, Lanuza, Cortes, as well as the Regional Trial Court Branch 41 in Cantilan. Critically, he also approves all resolutions and court information. Next, we have Prosecutor 1 Wilfredo C. Ribuyon. His responsibilities include RTC Branch 40, covering Tago, Tandag, San Miguel, Bayabas, and Caguait, along with the 7th MCTC for Tagbina, Hinatuan, and the 4th MCTC for Bayabas, Caguait. Prosecutor 1 Selena Grace Altan is assigned to important branches, including RTC Branch 27 in Tandag City, RTC Branch 15, which is the family court in Tandag City, and the 3rd MCTC covering Tago, San Miguel. We also have Prosecution Attorney Ernie Y. Goltiano, who covers the 5th MCTC for Marihatag, San Agustin, and the 6th MCTC for Barobol, Lianga. Provincial Deputy Prosecutor Queen Ann M. Ikaw handles significant duties, including RTC Branch 28, which serves Lianga, Barobo, San Agustin, and Marihatag. Next, Prosecution Attorney Jekar G. Suwal, who is assigned to RTC Branch 46 and RTC Branch 14. Completing our introduction to the prosecutors, we have Prosecution Attorney Emily P. Sala, whose assigned branches include MTCC and MCTC as well as RTC Branch 29. For the information of everybody, the prosecutors are appointed by the President of the Republic of the Philippines, while the prosecution attorneys are appointed by the Secretary of Justice. After meeting our brilliant prosecutors, let us proceed to the services that our office offers. Our commitment is to provide equal access to justice, safeguard constitutional rights, and ensure due process for all. We are committed to reforms and re-engineering our systems to best serve our constituents with honor and integrity. To this end, our key services include receiving criminal complaints for preliminary investigation, handling criminal complaints for inquest proceedings, providing prosecutor's clearance, and receiving petition for review. Now, let's delve into our processes, starting with the preliminary investigation. This is a crucial inquiry to determine if there's sufficient ground and probable guilt for a crime. It begins with filing a complaint affidavit, followed by the prosecutor's assessment for prima facie evidence. A subpoena is then issued to the respondent, who submits a counter affidavit. Finally, the prosecutor issues a resolution, either filing an information in court if evidence supports conviction or dismissing the case. Related to this are inquest proceedings, an informal and summary investigation for persons arrested without a warrant. Law enforcement files a complaint affidavit, which the prosecutor evaluates for sufficient evidence. The resolution is immediate. If prima facie evidence with reasonable certainty of conviction is found, an information is filed. Otherwise, the case is dismissed. Now, let us examine our caseload. In the second semester of 2025, under preliminary investigation, prosecutors were primarily occupied with other criminal offenses, followed by a high volume of rape and violence against women cases. These require exhaustive evidence gathering before filing, representing heavy lift litigation. As to inquest proceeding, the data here is starkly different. Dangerous drugs and illegal gambling dominate the inquest bar. These are high velocity, caught in the act arrests requiring immediate legal processing. Moving on to the first quarter of 2026, the other category remains our largest administrative burden, primarily handled through preliminary investigation. As to high impact crimes, we see a sustained push in theft and staffa. These are almost exclusively preliminary investigations, highlighting a community focused on reporting property and fraud after the fact. With regard to specialized enforcement, cybercrime and violation of child protection laws are emerging with steady preliminary investigation bars, signaling a need for continued technical expertise in our task force. Regarding inquest cases, the first quarter showed a high number of dangerous drugs cases, followed by illegal gambling and then illegal logging. This highlights the prevalence of certain types of offenses requiring immediate resolution. In 2025, the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor maintained a 100% completion rate in both semesters across all core services. Preliminary investigations, inquest proceedings, and motions for reconsideration, demonstrating consistent procedural efficiency and adherence to legal mandates. Litigation performance likewise improved, with the prosecution success rate increasing from 93.17% in the first semester to 95.26 in the second, culminating in 520 convictions, 32 acquittos, and an overall success rate of 94.20%. This upward trend continued into the first quarter of 2026, where the office achieved a notable breakthrough, securing 116 convictions against only 3 acquittos, resulting in an exceptional 97.48% prosecution success rate. The Office of the Provincial Prosecutor continues to provide vital legal support to both the public and government sectors. For the first quarter of 2026, the office delivered 18 legal services and formal opinions to local government units and partner agencies, ensuring the legal soundness of administrative actions. At the same time, it extended 988 legal services to the general public, including assistance through the DOJ Action Center, demonstrating strong public engagement and accessibility. Overall, these figures reflect a balanced, efficient, and responsive performance, highlighting the office's continued commitment to the fair and timely administration of justice. The Office of the Provincial Prosecutor demonstrated exceptional operational efficiency, earning a 99.50% performance rating during the second semi-annual Regional Area Conference held on January 29, 2026 in Tandag City. This near-perfect score reflects the office's strong capability in the timely and accurate disposition of criminal cases, particularly in preliminary investigations, inquest proceedings, and motions for reconsideration. Likewise, the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor achieved a 95.04% prosecution success rate in 2025, as presented during the second semi-annual Regional Area Conference on January 29, 2026 in Tandag City. This performance surpasses the 2025 GAA target of 90% and reflects an improvement from the 94.29% success rate recorded in 2024. The office's strong litigation outcomes are evidenced by 498 convictions against 26 acquittals within Region 13. Now, we present a collection of moments from the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor covering 2025 up to the first quarter of 2026. These photos capture not only the presence of our prosecutors and staff in various activities, but also the rare opportunities to come together beyond our daily responsibilities. Owing to the demanding nature of our work in administering justice across the province, such moments are few and far between. Most of these gatherings were made possible during the annual regional conference, where all prosecutors and staff were encouraged to attend, providing a valuable opportunity for learning, collaboration, and unity. Despite the challenges of our workload, these snapshots reflect our continued commitment, professionalism, and shared purpose in the pursuit of justice. In the digital age, danger no longer lurks only in dark alleys. It hides behind screens, in chat boxes, and in the obscurity of the internet. This is the reality that gave birth to one of the Philippines' most critical laws, the Republic Act No. 11930, the Anti-Online Sexual Abuse or Exploitation of Children, and Anti-Child Sexual Abuse or Exploitation Materials Act. Enacted on July 30, 2022, Republic Act No. 11930 is a landmark legislation that seeks to confront the growing crisis of online child exploitation.
Anak, suot itong gagawin mo. Ganda ba? Ganda ba? Nagpasabi ko sa'yo, magsuot mo palagi. Halika, ayusin natin yung buhok mo.
It criminalizes acts such as the live streaming of child sexual abuse, the production, distribution, and possession of the child sexual abuse materials, and the grooming and coercion of children through digital platforms.
Dapat lagi kang nakangiti. Oh, parang artista lang. Yan. Tarak. O anak, hubarin mo na yung suot mong damit.
At its core, the law reflects a fundamental principle. Children must be protected, whether in the physical world or in the digital space. The state recognizes that technology, while powerful, can also be weaponized. Thus, the law strengthens legal tools, expands enforcement powers, and mandates cooperation between government agencies and private platforms. But how severe is the problem? The numbers reveal a disturbing truth. The Commission on Human Rights reported that in 2019, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or NCMEC, recorded 426,000 cyber tipline reports. This figure surged dramatically in 2020, nearly tripling to 1,297,000 cases. By 2023, the number had risen even further to an alarming 2,740,905 reported incidents, highlighting a persistent and escalating crisis in online exploitation that demands urgent and sustained intervention. Research disclosed that among the reported incidents, only 723 cases were filed in the Philippine courts. Out of these filed cases, only 486 have resulted in convictions. Alarmingly, nearly 500 convictions were achieved only after the passage of RA 11930, showing both progress and the scale of the crisis. Beyond the courtroom, the exploitation industry thrives underground. Financial data shows tens of thousands of suspicious transactions linked to these crimes, amounting to hundreds of millions of pesos annually. And perhaps most chilling of all, studies estimate that hundreds of thousands of Filipino children have been victimized by online sexual exploitation. This is not just a legal issue. It is a national crisis. The law is not merely words on paper. It comes alive in the stories of victims and in the judgments of the courts. In line with this, a rescued victim was interviewed by UNICEF to gain deeper insight into their experience, from the period of exploitation to their journey toward recovery and rehabilitation within the shelter. Republic Act No. 11930 is more than a statute. It is a declaration of values. It affirms that technology must never override humanity. Profit must never come at the expense of innocence, and justice must reach even the darkest corners of the digital world. But laws alone are not enough. The fight against USAID and SISAIM demands vigilance from governments, communities, families, and individuals, because behind every statistic is a child, and behind every screen, a life that must be protected. On behalf of the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor, we extend our deepest gratitude. We're not just employees of this office. We are your steadfast partners in seeking justice, bringing clarity, and ensuring peace of mind for our community. Thank you, and mabuhay!